Shirdi Sai. On behalf of the august gathering assembled here this evening, I extend a heartfelt pranam to you, Baba. I would also like to warmly thank our guests and everyone in the audience for being here with us today at the release of the Bengali translation of the book titled New Findings on Shirdi Sai Baba, originally written in English and authored by our beloved Guruji, Shirdi Sai. I am delighted to inform you that by the industrious and humble efforts of Srimati Chandra Bhanu and Shri Gautam Hore, both of whom are present here with us today, this book was published by Shri Devashish Nandi of Nandi Enterprises. I extend a hearty welcome to the translator, publisher and all members of the Bengali group, particularly Srimati Chandra Bhanu. As we're all aware, we're joined by an erudite group of people working in various intellectual, scientific and spiritual fields of righteous pursuits. We humbly welcome you all. I'd also like to thank our viewers who have graciously joined us in today's event, which is being telecasted live across the globe. To paint a slight picture of the book and its inception, I'd like to mention that this is a research-oriented book. As some of you may recall, during the year 1917 in Shirdi, Baba had requested the Shirdi Sai Sanstha to come up with a research base on him. Following what he had said back then, Guruji came up with the idea of writing this book. Most of the books previously written are very anecdotal and based on hearsay evidence or secondary data. Here, Revered Guruji painstakingly undertook a research collection and consolidation journey spanning more than 30 years. He collected previously unearthed documents like the Sainath Prabha magazine, for instance, which hasn't been studied in depth ever before and only has a line of mention in passing even in the Shri Sai Satcharitra. Documents have also been collected from the British intelligence of that time, where in the regular political diaries maintained by the officials during 1911, 1912, etc., throw a novel and pertinent light on how the British government perceived Sri Sainath and subsequently proved how Baba wasn't a political figure, but instead was revered and loved by all, regardless of class, caste, or social distinctions. This is a momentous feat in itself, as it's the first time such in-depth analysis has been undertaken from various sources and points in history. The backdrop of this analysis provides us with the much-needed information on the realities of Sri Sainath and how to truly understand him. In the words of Guruji, obscurantism is not good, even in the path of religious belief. And this body of spiritual research aims to establish just that. This book has been widely read and internationally acclaimed. Looking at the paucity of time, I wouldn't be able to mention all the personalities who have applauded this initiative. However, I would like to mention for you all the comments of Professor Antonio Rigopoulos from the Department of Asian and North African Studies at the University of Venice, Italy. In his rather detailed account of the book, he states, and I quote, "This book is based on the evidence of primary sources hitherto unknown. Dr. C.B. Satpathy and his team must be congratulated for writing this book, which, true to its title, brings to light new findings on Shirdi Sai Baba. Researchers and devotees alike will greatly benefit from reading it, and I am confident it will stimulate further studies." I would now like to introduce you all to the translator of the Bengali book from its original English version, Shri Gautam Hore, who is a senior journalist having 39 years of experience. Having started his career from the reputed Bengali daily Bartaman, he has been associated with the Times of India, visual media and much more, whilst currently involved with the German national media, Deutsche Welle. Shri Hore has also in the past translated Guruji's book, Baba, May I Answer, and been associated with us ever since. We thank you for your noble efforts, sir. Our publisher, Shri Devashish Nandi, is a well-known figure in the publishing world in Delhi. His publishing journey spans a broad body of experience and expertise. From the last 3 years, he started his own publishing company titled Nandi Books, which specializes in publishing books related to history, biography, and religion. Sri Nandi's inspiration to publish this book is marked by a humble attempt to make information on Sri Sainath accessible to Bengali families throughout the country. Sir, we thank you for your sincere support. To conclude, I would like to humbly quote Guruji, who said, "My earlier books on Sri Sai Baba describe him from a devotee's view based on faith and personal experience. However, this book strives to provide an objective and evidence-based narrative about him instead. This is not an easy task. It is quite tough to establish the plausible as the possible. A jump from faith to reasoning is one of the most difficult tasks that any believer can face. Baba, we graciously thank you for nurturing a spirit of not just spiritual endeavor, but also realism and objective reasoning. Thank you for being our guiding light in all attempts and pursuits, be that social, cultural, spiritual, or personal." Ladies and gentlemen, I now request you all to join us as we release the book Shirdi Sai Baba, Notun Tothyer Aaloy. Baba, may I now humbly request you to inaugurate the event by the auspicious lighting of the lamp. Sandhya Auntie, may I graciously request you to kindly escort Baba for the same. Thank you. Sandhya Auntie, may I now please request you to traditionally welcome Baba with the Chandan Tika, please. May I now request Srimati Rashmi Narayanji to kindly make an offering of a stole to Baba. Srimati Seema Roy ji, may I now please request you to offer a bouquet to Baba. Srimati Sandhya Banerjee, may I now please request you to offer a beautiful statue of Sri Ramakrishna Parvahans to Baba. Baba, may I now please humbly request you to grant Sri Gautam Hore ji and Sri Devashish ji with stoles, please. Thank you, Baba. May I now please request Sri Gautam Hore ji to give us an introduction on the translated book, please. Can we have a round of applause for Sri Hore, please?
My pranam to Sai, my heartfelt regards to Guruji Dr. C.B. Satpathy, and I'm really obliged, really happy and really blessed that Guruji and Sundari gave me the responsibility to translate the book from English to Bengali. And it is a unique and historic book. Unique in the sense that the book is based on facts and facts. Facts collected from the British officials' report from the police, report from the detectives, from newspapers, magazines, most relevant interview from the known persons. And Guruji then analyzed all the data and then with reason and then put forward in his book. And it is a unique thing. Usually all these books, maximum of these books are written from the standpoint of bhakti. But here, Guruji written this book from the standpoint of pure facts and reason. And that is the speciality of this book. And for that reason, you should read this book. And many things will be clear now. You will come to know more about Sai, about Shirdi, about the socio-economic character of that place, and how the Britishers kept an eye on Sai Baba. It's an eye-opener. And Guruji did it dispassionately. He described the bhakts during that time who tried to use Sai Baba just for money. And this is again another eye-opener for me. And while translating, time and again I thought that Guruji take the standpoint of investigative journalist. And that's a unique thing. I now just want to say a few words in Bengali. এটা একটা অসাধারণ বই আপনারা পড়বেন, কারণ এই বইটা শুধু তথ্যের উপরে লেখা, যার জন্য বলা হয়েছে শিরোনামে যে নতুন তথ্যের আলোয়। এই তথ্য অনেক ভুল ধারণাকে সরিয়ে দেবে। আপনারা সাইকে আরো ভালো করে বুঝতে পারবেন সেই সময়কে, সেই সময়ের আর্থিক সামাজিক পরিস্থিতিকে, এবং সবথেকে বড় কথা এই তথ্যের উপর বইটা লেখা হয়েছে বলে ভক্তিকে গুরুজি পাশে সরিয়ে রেখে তথ্যের উপর লিখেছেন বলে, যুক্তির উপর লিখেছেন বলে সেটা একদম অন্যরকম লাগবে আপনাদের, এবং তার জন্য এই বইটা অবশ্যই পড়বেন। অনুবাদক হিসেবে আমি কতটা কাজ করতে পেরেছি আমি জানি না। গুরুজি এক্ষুনি বলেছেন যে আমার লেখা ওনার ভালো লেগেছে, তাতে আমি ধন্য মনে করছি নিজেকে, এবং আপনারা পড়বেন, দেখবেন, তাহলেই আমার সার্থকতা। অনেক অনেক ধন্যবাদ। নমস্কার।
Thank you so much, sir. I'd like to bring to the kind notice of everyone in the audience that this event is currently being live telecasted across the globe, and I think that in itself deserves a huge round of applause. Baba, may we now humbly request you to officially release the book Shirdi Sai Baba, Notun Tothyer Aaloy.
किसी को देना पड़ेगा ना आना।
Thank you so much, Baba. We will now move on to the cultural presentation part of the evening. Our first performance is by Ms. Manvi Tripathi, who will present a recital on the bhajan, Guru Koro Aparadho Khyama, which in essence translates to, O Guru, please forgive me for my sins. I humbly pray at your lotus feet. A huge round of applause for Ms. Manvi, please.
Guru Koro Aparadho Khyama, Babanji. She's trained in Kathak, basically, and then Odissi.
Shut
শুধু একবার না, কত শতবার স্বামী চরণ ধরে করি যে প্রার্থনা, হে গুরু, গুরু করো অপরাধ ক্ষমা, হে গুরু, গুরু করো অপরাধ ক্ষমা।
Thank you for that beautiful recital, Manvi. Our second presentation would be a collection of bhajans performed by the talented music group of Saika Aangan. A huge round of applause for our kids, please.
This one is in Odia. We'll translate it to Bengali. Somebody is Bengali girl and what Chakravarti started. Tune is mine. Lyrics. This will come in Bengali later on. Guru Karo Aparada Khama.
आए, राह तेरी देख देख आंखें भर आए, छोटी छोटी मीठी बातें दिल में छिपाई, राह तेरी देख देख आंखें भर आए, अपने हाथों से मेरे सर को संवारो, अपने हाथों से मेरे सर को संवारो, आओ साई मेरे पास मेरे घर आओ, करुणा के दरिया से कुछ बूंद लाओ, आओ साई मेरे पास मेरे घर आओ, करुणा के दरिया से कुछ बूंद लाओ। साई हो, साई हो, साई हो। चांद सूरज तारे तेरे गीत गाए, निहालाए मीठा पानी तेरी याद आए, चांद सूरज तारे तेरे गीत गाए, निहालाए मीठा पानी तेरी याद आए, उदास जीवन को मेरे तुम अपनाओ, उदास जीवन को मेरे तुम अपनाओ, आओ साई मेरे पास मेरे घर आओ, करुणा के दरिया से कुछ बूंद लाओ, आओ साई मेरे पास मेरे घर आओ, करुणा के दरिया से कुछ बूंद लाओ। साई हो, साई हो, साई हो, साई हो, साई हो, साई हो, साई हो। तेरा घर कहाँ है साई मुझको बता दे, हे ईश्वर कहाँ है तो कुछ तो बता दे, तेरा घर कहाँ है साई मुझको बता दे, हे ईश्वर कहाँ है तो कुछ तो बता दे, अकेला राही हूँ मैं तुम साथी बन के आओ, अकेला राही हूँ मैं तुम साथी बन के आओ, आओ साई मेरे पास मेरे घर आओ, करुणा के दरिया से कुछ बूंद लाओ, आओ साई मेरे पास मेरे घर आओ, करुणा के दरिया से कुछ बूंद लाओ। ला 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 ला, ला 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 ला। तेरे सपनों से सजा है जगत मेरा, तू ही आदि तू ही अंत तू ईश्वर मेरा, तेरे सपनों से सजा है जगत मेरा, तू ही आदि तू ही अंत तू ईश्वर मेरा, बिखरे जीवन को मेरे फिर से बसा दो, बिखरे जीवन को मेरे फिर से बसा दो, आओ साई मेरे पास मेरे घर आओ, करुणा के दरिया से कुछ बूंद लाओ, आओ साई मेरे पास मेरे घर आओ, करुणा के दरिया से कुछ बूंद लाओ, आओ साई मेरे पास मेरे घर आओ, करुणा के दरिया से कुछ बूंद लाओ। साई रे,
Thank you so much to the music group for such a beautiful performance. Baba, may I now humbly request you to please address the gathering.
Hope you see me from here. Shirdi Sai. Shirdi Sai. I go in the same order in which it started, of the proceedings here. Anna introduced us as computer. She did law and now she had a foreign education come back. She's a well-known Odissi dancer who went Government of India sent her to various countries because she's comparing, she cannot. This group of children who sang ट्रेबल करो बैस नहीं मैं उसको तभी बोल रहा हूँ श्रेय होके आएगा ना तो इको करेगा दैट्स टेक्नोलॉजी whenever we have too many IT fellows this happens to your system a number of IT people here one guy is 2-3 of them this went wrong 4 IPS be wow Is it better? It still works. When you ask them to change the system, it gets worse. That's our way of life. Hello, okay, this is much better. You were getting me Roger 5, Roger 4. Okay. So, I started with the Hana. Conceptualization of this function came, I think, 7 days back. Sandhya Banerjee, in spite of indifferent health, was the motivating factor. Not only this has been done earlier in such functions, an interrelationship of this institution or this, me and many people with Kalibadi. We had big functions at Calcutta too. Once, about 700 people were there. This also she motivated. I have written about 8 volumes, Guru Bhagavad, 34,000 lines. There's a different issue. But this one, Notun Tothyer Aaloy, this is a research book. And a lot of comments have come with that. Mr. Hore, thank you very much for taking the pain to translate. It's not easy at all to translate. Devashish Nandi. Dhanyavad publication. I'm now writing something for HarperCollins. It will come in a few months. Then the next is Aangan under Kumkum Mausi and these kids. Mausi is the life force here. She organized. She has remained Mausi, never became a nani with age. Wait, hold on. And these kids you saw, those of you who have come from outside today, none of them is less than 90%. None. And 2 or 3 of them, half of them are ice skating champions of Haryana state. They went to Gulbarga also. 2 years. Somebody is doing the cricket going for IPL test practice or somebody. है ना ये भी यहाँ की लड़की भी जो कि snatching. We encourage sports and the songs they are singing of mine. And I will come in Bengali also. That's what it is. Let me introduce you to people who are doing it. Then we got all the people their parents are supporting. My entire movement about Sai will be with children, mostly, because they will pick up. Old age, ठीक है. जितना हो गया. Now the old age have to learn from people in the IT industry first. And the modern way of looking at divinity or the energy. the same classical tradition won't work much because of the invasion of the compare situation with the informative section. We are going to write on how simply to make them understand. We have to go down to them to make them understand. If we say something they don't understand, but in his mind, not theirs. Very clear on this. Absolutely. ছেলেরা বুঝবে না কেন জানবে না কেন জানবে তো আমি গিয়ে তাকে বুঝিয়ে দিব সেটা বুঝতে পারবে সেটা বলতে হবে তা নয় আমি যদি ভাষণ দিব তার কি হবে পুরুষ সূক্তের উপর বাই দি ওয়ে আমি বলি এখানে এসেছে রমা চক্রবর্তী প্রদীপ বাবু অ্যান্ড কালী বাবু অ্যান্ড মঞ্জু এরা সময় হেল্প করেছে বাংলা অ্যাকশন বোর্ডে and we are very happy to see an IS officer was the collector of Moradabad. কবু আসে না সেটা আজ সে শুনলে আজকে বাঙালি খাবার পাচ্ছে তো আসছে শুক্তো খেতে আসছে আর কোনোদিন আসেনি হ্যাঁ আমি দেখিনি ডেকে ডেকে থকে গেছে তার ব্যাচমেট বসে আছে সো আই নো দ্য ল্যাঙ্গুয়েজ সে বাঙালিরা আমার এই নামটা পরিবর্তিত করে দিয়েছে আমি চন্দ্রভানু সৎপথী আজকে নেই চন্দ্রভানু শতোপাধ্যায় বুঝলে না সেরূপে আমি গ্রহণ করি ঠিক আছে নাও these boys they're all musically very well placed we are coming up with the Hindi they're all world I mean actually Hindi is coming now all languages come only Hindi and Malayalam is they're ready but hasn't come. Somebody just took a flight from, I heard it is happening, he took a flight at 10 o'clock, took a flight at 1 o'clock from, भाई खड़े हो जाओ को विदेश से चले आए, पसंद मियाँपुरम, but Dubai, he just come in direct flight, बैठो, and it's been live telecast. Coming to few minutes, I could thank everybody by the name, if I'm missing somebody, pardon me. I'm speaking in English because they might speak in Hindi, that's friend with it, because some people don't understand other countries, they're already on the line. It is very difficult to prove the plausible as the possible. There are many things are plausible if you know the word, sambhavata. To prove it possible as a miracle, to make it a miracle is difficult task. First question. Number two, hitherto, the book written by me were based on a personal level as a devotee. When you are a devotee, your emotional hyperboles, emotional moments will come as language hyperboles, oriental hyperboles are oxidable in other countries. अतिशयोक्ति भी कभी कभी हो जाता है भावात्मक अतिशयोक्ति इसको कहते हैं दैट इज गुड ओके फ्लो फ्लो कविता না জানি কেন রে এতদিন পরে জাগিয়ে উঠেছে পরে ঠিক আছে যা জাগিয়ে উঠেছে কেন জাগিয়ে উঠেছে সেটা একটু বুঝবার কথা if you want to take the masters to international field then you have to explain in their language. It's my job to explain in their language, in their logical flow. In India, perhaps the first person who did it of his master's thoughts, his thought, was Swami Vivekananda. He was the first, he gave a direction. Even if you were explaining in an intellectual manner, you will explain it and people will accept it slowly, if not immediately. Brothers and sisters of Mother America, it fills my heart with pleasure and unspeakable knowledge. This book, anecdotes good, stories what would be more interesting for capturing imagination and sustaining imagination and thoughts. But beyond that, we need not necessarily forget history, the truth of it, in exposing a master as if he needs my support, that if I make big lies about him, he will be glorified. I don't think any master wants that. We are in wrong impression. They have their innate power to expand themselves. We only do a bit to support it. If anybody thinks it's glorified in Sadguru, I don't think it's done. It is the same spirit which works through. people's heart and does working. So, I've got some reports which nobody ever thought. There was a magazine called Sainath Prabha, which was published in Shirdi from 1916 to 1919 where Baba was living. It was published in Kesari, where Kesari Press Pune, bilingual, English and Marathi. Nobody knew it. When the Guru is living and a magazine published where he was there, it's like a diary. It's just like a diary. And the diary was written. Nobody has the copies. I think I have the copies. It gives you exactly detail. One thing, which is the primary data. Second is, I did strive to find out the British intelligence report as to what they were thinking. I don't know about other Sadgurus whether such reports have been created. I think this report started coming from 1902 onwards, with setting up the police commission CID department. In 1886, in Shilora, जब रामकृष्ण चले गए, विवेकानंद चले गए 1902, से समय सिस्टम में चलो रहा. Other than the found some documents about them also. CID department Calcutta. I found the various readings very interesting. Bal Gangadhar Tilak went to him, Khapade went to him. I mean, very big people, magistrates, lawyers went to him. Then the CID was covering what were they doing exactly. I hope they are not doing seditious activities at 1905 when Karjan divided Bengal on the basis of. And he had 3 actions which was very bad for Indians. And in the Surat, Congress divided Bal, extremist and moderate. The extremist group was Khapade and Bal Gangadhar Tilak, he went in 17. And Kakasab Dixit was General Secretary in the 4th, 1904. He belonged to the other group, moderate group. So both the groups people were going, all political people were going, but this Santha never said anything about politics what the British government have said. That shows his absolute perfection of personality balancing. In that critical time, I will just quote a few lines or 2 lines, that at the time, Bahadur Shah Jafar, about 1886, something, he went to Bombay, he was sent and he died. I think Loknath Brahmachari, 1888, 86. 1836 or 35, Macaulay had come in. The British government took over in 58. English language it came to India, and Christianity was doing the missionary activity started, all the 3. The Muslim king had died. The Muslim religion was not able to spread at the time because power had gone to Muslim. 1802 or 3, Maratha defeat, and then British government took place. Forget about the Palasi and the Baksar tribe, Bengal group. Very interesting story. How can the sense in the time of political situation? So, Muslim group, Mohammedan religion was not being spread as much as it was. Urdu language was not coming because state language has changed to English. 1860 Revenue Act, 1861 Police Act, Ami and Ghusma Gosha Children Equity. They were all introduced. This is the 2, Muslim and Christians. The Hindu was trying to find out where to stand. A few hundred years of virtually slavery, now coming under another ruler. They are trying to find out. National Congress in 85, I think, Oculus Douglas Hume. Danny the Saraswati had also written something. Bengal group was coming with Ishwar Chandra Vidyashankar whole group. There was change going on. Hinduism tried to assert itself. It was trying to assert itself, reassert. This was a Sangam. 3 religions, 3 cultures, 3 languages fighting. In that context, to balance them was not an easy task. So Shirdi Sai's greatness comes in the fact that he could balance. Even the British Sub-Inspector Chakra has written that he never mixed up. All people were free to do their reason. No, he never stopped. He never was for change. But gave them the path. And what was the path? live happily, help others, go by simplicity of life, and hold on to your Guru, that's all. And by holding on to the Guru, and also assurances. Narendra, তুই আমার যাওয়ার পরে তুই জানবি সময়টা আসলে কি করবি? This question had been asked by Narendra to Sri Ramakrishna. আমি চাবিটা রেখেছি কুজিটা আমার কাছে। So like Sri Ramakrishna Paramahansa telling Vivekananda, I've got the key of what you want. You'll get it when you are going. He went in 1902, his experience. Nobody has written on that, only he could have written. Baba बोल के मैं समाधि छोड़ के जा रहा हूँ तो मदद करूँगा समाधि से. That's what is the famous saying. And after that, it's continuing. The big guru, I mean Ramakrishna और मायर गुरु छिलो तो, my first family. So they live the, I've done very interesting phenomena. एक M करके एक आदमी श्री रामकृष्ण का लाइफ हिस्ट्री लिखा है, वो पढ़ने लायक है. He was not particularly very well placed in the society, but he wrote. ভক্তটা লিখবে, ভালো খারাপ ও ব্যাপার নেই হতে পারে. श्री रामकृष्ण परमहंस told विवेकानंद कि जानते समय आप जान पाते पाओगे क्या है, आपका काम खत्म नहीं हुआ जब होगा क्या चलेंगे. तो उनके फिर 12 का ग्रुप हुआ. Please understand 12. Take this number 12, which is very important, because Christ also had 12, and many saints have 12, and Jivan Mukta will have 12. One of the understandings. I can go to the philosophy of Sri Ramakrishna Vivekananda detail, things that you perhaps will not be able to know, no, but I will not go for that. I say generality. So Guru Bhagavad Gita में लिखे थे 8 volume, that is about all gurus in general. Any religion will work there. Not religion specific or my guru specific. No sir. No, not at all. Not at all. तो ये किताब में आपको you will get lot of such informations. It will lead to research. When a professor of the Venice and some ex-cabinet secretary, they have all written, Vijay Raghavan somebody. This will lead somewhere else. Let it lead somewhere else. Let research be done. It is necessary, even if they are doing the research, even till now, if did Christ visit India, a lot of scope to do research on our subjects. That is the purpose of the group, and next generation to follow up, whether I exist or not, but the theme exists, and let the theme continue. That is the whole idea. I have absolutely no commercial idea about books, nor shall I ever have. We are not in commercial idea about it. A lamp burning will burn, just kindle it. So this kids, our emphasis is, it is this generations which we sometimes say, ये बिगड़ गए, वो बिगड़े नहीं, हम बिगड़े हुए हैं. क्यों हम समझ नहीं पा रहे. We assessed our time of 40-50 years very well. But इनका 2 साल का जो 3 साल 5 साल को हम समझ नहीं पा रहे. We are going to classical, I don't believe in it at all. But time is made for them more than you or me. Time is made. By the logic of time, who will enjoy that? Me? আমি দাদু বনে বসে থাকবো সবাই বাড়িতে কি? That's not the issue. So again, this book is meant, and some books are coming, which is for the kids. Of course, understanding of the kids. Me, if you can answer kids' questions, then you understood the Tathya. If you can answer the kids' questions, then you exactly know what it is fundamentally. That's all I have to say. Nothing more about it. Thank you very much. Blah, 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 blah. And all those people who have helped here, you see the characters. And I think Bengali food is very good, not Ghoshbabu Amantrit. সবাইকে ধন্যবাদ. আমার ভালো লাগলো, খুব ভালো লাগলো. আর কেউ দেখা হবে কালী পুজোর সময়, আর আগে কি হবে. So in this word, thank you very much again, Anna, Mausi, Sandhya, and your team, and all those listeners who have been bearing me for all this time. Jai Shri Sai. Jai Shri Ramakrishna.
Baba, thank you so much for your insightful words. which have as always left us mesmerized, thought-provoked, and certainly wanting for more. Our humblest pranams to you, Baba. Mr. Rajiv Joshi has very kindly given a certain quote by an ex-cabinet minister on the book which has just been released today, the English version of it, and I'd like to quote ex-cabinet secretary, my apologies. I'd humbly like to quote what the ex-cabinet secretary has said. Dr. Chandra Bhanu Satpathy's new findings on Shirdi Sai Baba is an intriguing one that expands the world of Sai literature. Dr. Satpathy himself is an unusual character, a retired IPS officer who has written 52 books and is known as a spiritual master in his own right. He talks about the torment the saint faced in the latter part of his life when he was exploited by unscrupulous wheeler dealers and had to beseech one of his great followers, Sathe, a deputy collector, to bring some order to the administration of the masjid. The book is both well-researched and well-written. And I think this deserves a huge round of applause.
But the name of the cabinet secretary is put in cabinet. What is the name?
Baba, the name would be K.M. Chandrasekhar, former cabinet secretary. K.M. Chandrasekhar.
Last sentence. Don't assess the Guru by miracles. Assess him by his kindness. Never assess a Guru by miracles. Miracles are possible by many people. P.C. Sarkar Kurto. By the kindness which absorbed everybody's everything, like small rivers in a sea. कैंसर हो रखा था रामकृष्ण जी का, परमहंस का भी, तो उनका फोटो भी निकल गया, कैसे बड़ी लकड़ी हड्डी हो गई थे, तब भी उनको जब प्रश्न पूछे वो रोकते नहीं थे, खून निकल रहा था, समझा रहे थे. May I was telling, while serving the Sishyas, the Guru not only give their time, mind and soul, but they give away the part of their body also. And Sai Baba also, till last moment, he had horrible, people would put doodh and ghee on him when he was with asthma. Even then he would take it, and yet, out of kindness, these masters take the Sadguru by kindness and not by extra ideas or even miracle. Shirdi Sai.
Thank you so much once again, Baba. I'd now humbly like to request Sandhya Aunty to kindly deliver the vote of thanks.
প্রণাম বাবা, আর সকলকে এখানে অনেক নমস্কার জানাচ্ছি. Thank you Baba for making this event very beautiful and giving this prasad for us, which is so beautiful, exhaustive, and anyone who wants to know more about Shirdi Sai Baba, all can read this book, and I'm sure everyone will enjoy it. Today I would like to share with everyone that to me, God is Guru and Guru is God. This is my experience in Saita Aangan, which I tried to implement at home. We always hear and start our prayers with the Guru mantra, Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, yet we do not practice. Though I was initiated at Ramakrishna Mission very early in life from the president of Ramakrishna Mission, who has been initiated by Ma Sharada. Ma Sharada herself. Later on, there was nobody to guide me in implementation of all the teachings. After searching for years, Thakur brought me here, and amazingly, I saw in my Guru. Finally, my life changed, and my Guru taught me in a very simple manner practical teachings of Thakur. He taught me how to love God, the purpose of life, which is so simple, and that is to believe in yourself and have purpose in life. This changed my life, of course with a lot of effort. Baba has made Sai Parivar here in Sai Aangan. And believe me, we all have learned to love and care for each other. And we have learned a lot from our dear Masi. I think she's not here just now. Who is a living example, Miss Kumkum Bhatia. She's a living example. And she has been named Masi by a Guruji. Guruji himself has named her. In Bengali, we say that Maer theke Mashir Dorod Beshi, which we are continuously experiencing here with Masi at Sai Aangan. I just want to share a small experience of my Guru. This is true and it has happened to me just now. If you give your responsibility to your Guru, he takes care of us without any doubt. That I can tell you. Today I am a cancer survivor. I have just completed my radiation and chemo. But look at me. Do I look like what? He has held my hand right from the beginning to the end. I never tried anything. I have endured 3 chemos and 27 radiations without any suffering, believe me. And here I am standing before you. And today I want to thank each and every one of you who have supported and prayed for my recovery. And Baba, please bless them. I request Baba to bless everyone, especially my 2 doctors. I don't know if they are here or not. Dr. Tushar Chattopadhyay, who is regarded as a legend of AIMS, and his wife, Dr. Vandana Chattopadhyay. Thanks everyone who have come here today from all parts of Delhi and NCR. And I have 3 friends, my school friends, who have come to be blessed. We shared the dormitory. She is Chanda, Ruma and Indira. They are sitting there. I now request all of you to join us for Bengali book. My special thanks to Dr. Pradeep Majumdar, Manju Moitro and Sushmita. I don't know if she has been able to come or not. And not last the least, Rama Chakraborty. She belongs to Sai Aangan. She has been writing and helping us from 2007 till today. Everything, all books, everything is done by Rama. And of course, Guru is always helping us out. And I have to make a very special thanks to Rama to being with us from 2007. Now, as Baba says, we all go for the Bengali food. I think আমরা সবাই অপেক্ষা করছি একটু বাংলা লুচি তরকারি খাবার জন্য বাবার সঙ্গে।
One thing I always say to all, I follow and most of the people are trying to follow. Convert your pain to creativity. Your crying with your pain means nothing because everybody will have pain. Never think any life is without pain. We don't accept it, we cry. Convert it to creativity as Sandhya has done.